morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and today's shout out goes to Technical Madman. Technical was first to say first in one of my recent videos, and this one's this shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a review of another neat drone. This is the SG108 Pro from ZLL RC products. Now, why do I like the SG108? Why am I interested in reviewing it? Let's put it that way, folks. It's because it's a low-cost drone that gives you quite a bit for what this is capable of doing. I think this is just a little over $100, $125, $26, something in that area currently. It probably will go up in the future because, like I said, this drone has a lot of features for what's being offered at this price. Now, other things about it, it's a folding drone. You know, it makes it easy to easy for portability. Very small. Also, being small, it is unobtrusive. Okay, so you can probably fly this most places without being hassled by the drone phobic out there. And believe me, there are drone phobic people out there. They see a drone and they think you're trying to spy on them for some reason. Well, let's forget about that topic. But again, it's folding for portability, and with that, let me mention that it does come with a carrying case, a very nice carrying case for the drone and its accessories. So keep that in mind that you get a carrying case with this too. Now, being small like this, one thing though, it does weigh 273 grams. That means it's over 250 grams, which means it does require registration in most countries, unfortunately. In the future, I'm sure that we're going to be seeing drones coming out under that 250 gram mark. This one got close, but just a little bit more needed to shave off that weight to get it under 250 grams. Okay, but even so, this has GPS system in it, which gives you return to home capability, automatic return to home and landing capability on command, on loss of signal, and even on low voltage. So it'll come home. It lessens the chance of you losing this drone unless you don't have sufficient satellites to fly. We'll talk about that when we actually take it out into the field. With that in mind, it also has an optical flow sensor on the belly. Okay, this allows the drone to remain stable if it doesn't have sufficient satellites to fly. Also, you can turn the GPS system off and fly this indoors using that optical flow sensor. What that optical flow sensor does is it's a camera that looks directly below the drone, and based upon what it's seeing directly below the drone, it makes corrections to try to hold the drone steady and horizontally, you know, forward and right and left, forward, backward, right and left. It tries to hold that position automatically based on the camera view. But the GPS system does that also, so keep that in mind. Other things about the drone, it does have brushless motors for improved motor durability. That's great. And it also comes with a 7.4 volt, 2200 milliamp hour battery. This is a pretty big battery for this little drone, and this battery supposedly gives this drone up to 25 minutes of flight time. Now, that battery is charged using a micro USB cable through this micro USB port here. Now, since this thing is a big battery, I would strongly recommend that you use a phone wall charger, a good 2 amp wall charger to charge this particular battery. Use something like, if you try to charge that through your USB port on your computer, it will take days. Okay, so don't even try it. Use a good phone wall charger to charge these big batteries. Now, another thing about this drone that I like, it has a 2-axis stabilized gimbal in this price range, in $125 to $150 price range. That's pretty darn good. Okay, and on top of that, this is a 4K HD camera. It takes 4K stills. Let me be more clear on that. And still photos are 4096 by 3072 pixel. Additionally, it takes 2K video. Now, what is 2K video? 2K is resolution of 2048 by 1080 pixel resolution at 25 frames per second. So that's not too bad either. Okay, so additionally, I forgot to mention, it records this onto a micro SD card right here. So you will be able to get, should be able to get nice smooth video, even if you lose FPV reception. We'll be talking about that shortly. 802.11 AC Wi-Fi reception. If you lose that video or use that connection, it'll still be able to record video directly to an SD card. Now, I mentioned 802.11 AC. This requires a phone that is capable of receiving 802.11 AC Wi-Fi. As I say in all my videos, not all phones are capable of using 802.11 AC Wi-Fi. So before purchasing this drone, I strongly recommend that you first verify that your phone is indeed capable of receiving and using 802.11 AC Wi-Fi. And the way to do that is simply Google search your phone's name along with the terms 802.11 and specifications and see if 802.11 AC shows up in the search results. Okay. Now, getting back to that FPV reception, this uses the HFun Pro app available on Google Play and iTunes to get that FPV reception. You could also use an alternate app. Let me mention it now. The ZLL RC app, which is also available for this drone. So if you're having problems with the HFun Pro, consider using the ZLL RC app. Now, with those apps, with both of those apps, we get the capability of FPV video reception, and that's being able to view the video on your smartphone, directly onto your smartphone. While this is out flying, you'll be able to view real-time video from the drone. Along with those apps give you advanced flight mode capabilities of follow me, circle me, and waypoints. And I'll try to demonstrate each of those when we take this out into the field to fly it. Now, talking about ranges on this drone, this range is predicted, the Wi-Fi FPV video range is predicted to be up to 800 meters. And that is very phone dependent, okay? Some people are only going to get out to about 100 meters, some to 200, some 300, and some people will get out to 800 meters. And again, it depends on your phone. You know, your phone's Wi-Fi capability, particularly the type of antenna that's installed inside your phone. You know, the better the antenna in your phone, the better the Wi-Fi reception will be. So those of us with cheap phones like me, well, we're going to probably see ranges out to about 200 to 300 meters instead. So, but that's more than enough range for this little drone. And actually, you shouldn't be flying this drone any further away than you can see it. And keeping in mind that this is a tiny drone, I doubt you'll be able to see this much farther than about 300 to 400 meters. Although this orange color will help greatly in the sky. I like orange colored drones. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this is available both in orange and black. If you want, you know, you can pick between the two, but I prefer the orange color for visibility. Okay, I mentioned FPV range out to 800 meters. Let's talk about the controller. This controller has a built-in antenna on the right side, and this controller supposedly gives you control range with the controller out to 1,000 meters. So if you fly out of FPV video range, you can still record onto that SD card and fly farther as long as you can see the drone using this controller out to 1,000 meters. And I really doubt that you will actually be able to see that drone at 1,000 meters, so I don't recommend trying to do that. But let's talk about the controller. Again, I mentioned it has an antenna on the right side. This one's an antenna, and this one's a fake antenna. So, but you turn this one on. This one, by the way, has a built-in battery that you charge through this micro USB port. You don't have to supply your own batteries for the controller. In fact, you don't have to supply your own batteries for this drone. The whole kit, as everything has its own rechargeable battery that comes with it. Now, turn on the controller. You bring both of these phone holders down like so, and then you can install your phone into this, and that also turns on the controller, as you see here. Now let's go over the buttons of the controller. This button here is for adjusting the rates of the drone, how fast the drone can fly. If you hear two beeps and 3 beeps, that's the fastest that the drone can fly. But most people, if you're taking video, I would recommend you stay in rate number 1 for smooth video. You go to these higher rates, and the drone becomes a lot more jerky. It moves around too fast, and your videos probably will suffer at those higher rates. Additionally, this button here is for activating the compass calibration, and you will need to do that before each and every flight. I'll demonstrate that in the field when we go do do the flight. These two buttons here are for raising and lowering the gimbal of the camera, so you can raise the lens up or down using these two buttons here. This button here is for turning off the GPS if you want to fly using the optical flow sensor. I don't know if you can turn it back on. Most of these, once you turn off the GPS, it stays off until you reset the drone or restart the drone, so be careful using that button. Automatic takeoff and automatic landing capability is available through this button here. And this button is for taking videos and photos. A long press will start the video recording, along with a long press will stop the video recording. You always want to remember to stop video recording before removing power on the drone, or you'll lose your video recording. Additionally, you can take a photo by doing a quick press of this button. And finally, this button here, if you press it, is automatic return to home and landing. So if you're out and flying this and you lose sight of that drone and you start worrying where's my drone in the sky, just press this button here and that drone will fly back and land where it took off from. Or once you get visual sight of the drone again, you can press it again and stop that return to home and then return to manual flying of the drone if you wish. So that's the controller. Let's go over finally what you get in the package. You get that box, or that case that I mentioned. You get a full set of instruction manuals, and they come in various languages: in German, Spanish, Italian, French, Japanese, and English. And they're relatively well written manuals, except that the print is very tiny. So for older folks like me, you are going to need a magnifying glass to be able to read those instructions. You get the drone, of course, and also depending on which package you order, which option you order, you get 1, 2, or 3 batteries. I would recommend, if you want more than one battery, getting them bundled with the drone at the time of purchase, because trying to buy these batteries separately afterwards, after the purchase of the drone, could be difficult because of LiPo shipping restrictions. LiPo shipping restrictions, international LiPo shipping restrictions can be kind of hard. So if you want more than one battery, get them when you purchase the drone, or else you probably will not be able to get additional batteries after the drone arrives. Additionally, you get the controller, as I mentioned, and you also get a tiny little screwdriver for maintenance of the drone, along with a micro USB cable for charging the drone's batteries through a little micro USB port on the battery, along with also charging the controller through its micro USB port. And finally, in this package here, you get a spare set of propellers in case you ding up some of those propellers. You got another set. So that's the SG108 Pro from ZLL. Let's take this out into the field, folks, and see how it flies. So hope you enjoy this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a review of the SG108 Pro out on a beautiful day here at Pleasant Ridge Park. Okay, to start this up, we need to first hold down the controller, or the on-off button like so, till we hear the chirps of the ESCs. Then we place it on a flat level surface. Then we turn on the controller like so, and it's connected because we heard a beep. And then we're going to press this out. We heard that beep too. That means we got enough satellites to fly. But we're going to do a compass calibration, and we do that by pressing this button here. And the front light should be flashing rapidly, but we rotate 3 times horizontally like so. This is a compass calibration done for all GPS drones. Till we hear a beep. We heard a beep, and then we're going to do vertical turns like so until we hear a second beep. There's our second beep. So compass calibration is completed. We should be ready to fly here soon, putting this on the ground. Next thing I need to do is open up my phone and connect my phone's Wi-Fi, or connect the drone's Wi-Fi signal to my phone. So hold on while I do that, folks. Okay, this is the H-Fun Pro app available on Google Play and iTunes. And I also tried ZLL RC and also H-Fun Fly app. H-Fun Pro seemed to work the best, although some features didn't work, such as waypoints, and I'll show that in here shortly. Okay, we're going to hit start play. We already did the compass calibrations, and we're good there. And we're going to hit submit. We're going to stay 3 meters away. And the first thing we do is start the video recording by pressing that button there. And then start the motors by both sticks down and out, making sure our antenna is fully extended. Down and out starts the motors, and then automatic takeoff. And checking stability. Stability seems fine. I'm not seeing any toilet bowl. Getting in the camera, front of the camera,
and saying, how do you like my shirt today, folks? Okay, syncing up the camera. Okay, and we should be good to go. So the first thing we'll do is we'll set an app on it up. See what the camera looks like. Let me lower the camera a bit too. Too much sky. Okay, heading app on. There's a train off in the distance. Let's see what type of reception we get. Going up to, I want to go up to 30 meters so we can see Lake Erie. 30 meters, going up higher. Okay, we're seeming to lose reception there. How far out are we? About 100 meters, going up a bit higher. Okay, we're 38 meters up, and we can clearly see Lake Erie. Okay, from that position there, let's rotate. I'm going to rotate to the left. And again, we lost reception again. So, from that position there, let's do a return to home. Check out, okay, there we go. I got reception back again. Turning, can it return? Okay, rotated some more. There's a bit of a delay I'm seeing in lag in reception, but let's try the automatic return to home and landing. So pressing that button there. Coming home. I see it overhead. Coming back from 40 meters up. And let's see how close its return to home and landing is. I'm stepping back from the pad because it's right overhead, pretty high up. Okay, when's it going to do a descent? Okay, it rotates first, pointing in the direction it was pointed to take off, and then it starts its descent. And it comes down fast, folks. It's coming down fast. Da 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 da. Helter skelter, coming down fast. I'm not going to let it touch the ground, by the way. The ground's kind of wet, but let's see how close it gets to the pad. And actually, it's relatively close. Let it come down further, further, further. Stopping it. That would have been right on the pad, folks, so pretty accurate. Return to home. Yeah, we got 16 satellites, that's why. Okay, going up higher. Let's stop the video recording there, because the next thing I want to demonstrate is the camera, or the photos. Photo. I think it took. It did. Going up a bit higher. Photo. That took. And 1/3 photo. And that took 2. Okay, starting the video recording again. Next thing we're going to try is follow me. Going up a little bit higher. So in the right side there, the second icon down, it looks like a radio. Let's click on that, and then click the third one down that also looks like a radio, and that's GPS follow me. It's following the GPS position on my phone. Let's see what type of follow me we got here, folks. Is it DJI or Hubsan style? It is DJI, like we're pulling it on a string. So let's see it follow me around the field a bit. Went into slow jog, old man jogging. Will it follow? Will it come with me? Over here, I'm over here. Here we go, it's going. So follow me is working. How about if I head toward it? Would notice that I'm walking toward it, and when will it notice that? Boy, I'm seeing a big delay on the lag on the H-Fun Pro app. That's another thing I don't like about H-Fun Pro. It causes a lot of lag. Okay, it is walking away from me. How about if I go over here? When's it going to turn toward me again? There it does. It goes. Turn it back toward me. So follow me is working. So we're going to come out of follow me. And we're going to go, let's bring it over toward me. And bring it right close to me. And at that point there, let's try circle position, which is the third one down. Let me get in the camera again. Okay, let me stop the video recording there, since we're doing another object. And okay, starting video recording again, and hitting circle position. Third one down. and then we hit the upward arrow, which is submit. And it's going to go up. And it's turning. It's going to go outbound. And I'm going to assume it's going to rotate back toward me. Hold on. Waiting. Okay. And is it going to start on its own, or do I have to initiate it? Looks like I have to initiate it, folks. We're going to do a left counterclockwise. So I'm going to move left on the stick. Oh no, it's still trying to do something. Let's come out of circle position. Okay, coming down lower. Let's try it one more time. Circle position. Submit. Going over. We're still recording. And it's going to rotate back toward me, I'm assuming. And then it's coming back toward me. I'm not sure what it's doing, folks. It's just staying in the air. Okay, I'm trying to tell it to do something by moving left or right on my pitch stick, but circle position does not seem to work. Let's try the other direction. Submit. Sending data, please wait. Okay. Circle position does not seem to work, folks. It's buggy on this app. So we're coming out of it. Instead, let's bring it back down again. Down to my height. And we'll stop the video recording again. I'm making sure I'm getting these videos and restarting it. Third one we'll try is waypoints, folks. And that is the top one there in the upper right corner. So clicking on that. And I'm not seeing any waypoints coming up. We've got a strange signal here. Okay, so waypoints, let's try it one more time. Clicking on, do I have to be in map mode? I'm not sure, but I'm clicking on waypoints and then clicking on that one and then hitting submit. I can't even draw them. There's no waypoints showing. There is no map showing. So coming out of waypoints. So that's that. Waypoints and circle position seem to be a problem. But what we're going to do next, folks, is I'm going to stop the video recording one more time. And turn the drone this way. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to try an up and away. Okay? And the lag on this is really awful. I'm seeing on here. But syncing up the cameras. 1, 2, 3. Make sure I'm in the view. And the reason I do this, folks, is so I don't look like a bad foreign movie with dubbed English with my lips flapping. But we are recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an up and away, folks. And let me lower the camera a little bit more for this. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do is give it throttle and pull back on the stick. Doesn't want to go any higher. Slowly. Okay, coming back down again. Let's try that again. What was that about? Getting up close. Syncing the cameras one more time. 1, 2, 3. Pushing up on the throttle and pulling back on the stick. That's it, up and away. There we go. Now going up. Okay, and coming back in. So we did it up and away. We did, maybe we could do a manual circle position. So coming back down. So the big thing about this is it has a 2-axis gimbal. Let's stop that video recording again. And one more time we'll go around the field just to try out its camera. And raising the camera lens, by the way. I want to go up higher on the lens. One more. That's good. And then starting the video camera one more time. Camera started. Syncing up the cameras. And this time we're just going to fly around the field. Showing its camera. And again, this is a cheap beginner's GPS drone. But it does have brushless motors. And a 2K camera, which shouldn't be too shabby. Let's go up a bit higher too. Just fly around the area. It's moving to the left, so I'm turning to the left. Make sure I go over those trees. I'm going to go up a little bit higher. You know, it's Memorial Day today, and there's nobody here at the park. I don't understand what, you know, you'd figure there'd be a lot of people here, but no. I got the park to myself today, so I shouldn't be complaining. Turning to the left, going up even higher. And turning to the left. And you can see this orange drone up in the sky real well. Those are fireworks that you're hearing, folks. Because like I said, it's Memorial Day and fireworks are legal here in Pennsylvania. A lot of people got them for the holiday. Turning to the left. It's flying nicely with the GPS. We'll go to the far edge of the field here. See if we can make it to the road and maintain reception on the Wi-Fi, but I doubt that. Usually the Wi-Fi reception is about 180 to 200 meters, and right now it looks like I lost Wi-Fi reception. But I'll try to manually fly it to the edge of the field. By the way, how much battery do we have left? 7.27, not. We're doing well in battery. Okay, turning to the right. And then also coming down. We're going to fly low now. Coming down, coming down. Turning to the left until the movement stops or slows. That tells me it's almost pointed at me. It's pointed at me now. It should be. And yeah, I'm looking at the screen. It is. So, by the way, this app, if you look in the lower bottom there, has a radar that shows where the drone is in relation to your position and whether it's pointed toward you or away from you. Right now it's pointed away from me, and yeah, if I move my body toward the drone, it shows where the drone is. So this is a way to maintain orientation using that bottom radar screen there. Right now it's pointed to the left, and if I want to fly back toward me, keep turning until that thing's pointed back in my direction, general direction, like that. So that's another way, you know, you can actually maintain orientation on this drone just using the app. Again, that's that lower center radar icon that you see there. So this is flying nicely. Okay, the only problem is, you know, the advanced features seem to be buggy as usual. Although follow me worked. Okay, let's bring it down and sync up the cameras one more time. And I'm seeing a lot of lag there, folks. A lot of lag. But let's give a summary. Overall, it's a good flyer, a good beginner's GPS drone. The camera works well. It seems to work well. We'll see in post-production. Follow me worked well. Advanced features to circle me, and waypoints not so much. Let me get out of the way in case it's heading back to the pad. Let me turn it this direction. But other than that, it's just syncing up now. The H-Fun Pro app, as usual, is very laggy and very buggy. But other than that, you know, if you just want a camera drone that you can throw up in the air and get video with without using those, if circle me and waypoints isn't important, this is a good cheap drone to do that. Okay, so it's Quadcopter 101. Let's sync it up one more time, and I'm going to stop the video recording. Stop the video recording there, and take a picture one more time, up close. I think I took. Yeah, one more. And now that we got low battery warning right now, I can hear it. Let's start video recording one more time, and just fly around the area. I'm pretty sure we got a geofence. Let's see if it stops at 20 meters. Yeah, there's a geofence. So we have to stay within 20 meters of the takeoff point. And we'll do that. Let's just see how this flies as a sport drone now. There's a sport drone flying into this thing. I hit the geofence again. And what's it doing? I think it's doing a return to home, folks. I think we're at full low battery now. Let's see what it does. Goes up. It climbs. It's probably climbing to 30 meters or something like that. So it'll do its return to home. It's way up there. Flying back to the pad. This time I will let it touch down. We'll see what its final return to home position is. Okay. It's over the pad. And it should be coming down. Rotating back north again. The original position it was pointed. And what's it going to do now? Do I have to just make it descend? I think I got to manually bring it down, so I'm going to do that. A low battery, looks like you've got to manually descend it. So lowering the throttle. What is our voltage anyways? 7.04 volts. Yeah, that's a 7.0 you want to stop. And one more time, syncing up the cameras finally, if they're still recording, because the lag on the H-Fun Pro app is bad. Okay, and lowering the drone and holding the throttle down until those motors stop. There we go. So, and stopping video recording. Video recording is stopped. So, and turning off the drone. Drone is off. So that's the SG108 Pro. Actually, not a bad little drone for the price. You know, just keep in mind that all features don't seem to work. Mainly the Circle Me and Follow Me are buggy with the H-Fun Pro app. They're also buggy with the ZLL RC app and also with the H-Fun Fly app. I've tried them all. None of them seem to work. Well, I take that back. I think H-Fun Fly circle position worked, but other than that, the others didn't. So, this is Quadcopter 101. I hope you enjoyed this flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out.
Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.